There's a crossroads you can see down at the end of the street there.
If we don't get it, shut it down. What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
Whose street?
Our street.
Whose house?
Our house.
Whose street?
Our street.
Whose house?
Our house.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
Right down there is the crossroads where those lights are flashing. You go one way to Bastrop, Louisiana, the other way to Monroe, Louisiana. Ronnie turned down this road, which was the way to some monsters to get a hold of him. But anyway, I've got this video. Gonna do a little news report since the news just reported that someone died in a one-car accident. We're gonna report the truth that he was murdered, beaten to death by a gang of white cops. White violence trying to continue its ways in Louisiana. He yelled and hollered and screamed, "I'm sorry." And he knew there was retaliation for being on a high-speed chase. He said, "I'm your brother, I'm scared." This happened, by the way, on May 10th of 2019. This is a year before George Floyd. Beaten, tased repeatedly, shackled up, legs and arms. They drug him around like he was trophy game. I can't help myself but want to get in there and fight for Ronald. I told Miss Mona Hardin when we left the protest that I was going to fight for black lives for the rest of my life, and I'll fight for Ronald Greene Jr.'s life too. It's a black life that we didn't have to lose. He was my age. He had a good looking smile, I think. He looks like the kind of guy that would make me smile. Court starts on Tuesday, April 11th for the 5 officers charged. One of the officers, Chris Holland, died in a one-car accident. You don't hear much about him for certain reasons. You will hear more about him. They need to be charged with murder. He had his chances to say, "I can't breathe," which he did, but he also was in a spot where he couldn't breathe because his face was buried in the mud after they kneeled on him. When he crashed his car, he didn't come out. He didn't ask for this beating or anything. Shouldn't have ran from cops. Well, fuck you. He didn't do anything to deserve the beating. He got in his car, doors open, and he says, I'm sorry, I'm scared. I'm your brother. He knew. And they railed right on him and begged him for his life. This is the spot. The shit's still happening today. And if we don't put a stop to it, it's gonna keep getting worse. They're killing us all. But if you ignore the assault on black life, you're not paying attention at all. Ronald Greene needs your help. Let's let him rest in power. People are fighting for their lives because they have to. Cops wanted to keep this quiet. There's impacted families from all over this country here in Farmersville, Louisiana. Loads of cops. Tons of cop cars. They pulled in one after another and got out of the car so they could get their licks on him. Chris Hollingsworth. I bashed him in the head with my flashlight. I beat the ever-living fuck out of him. John Clary, who you've seen on TV trotting out with the Louisiana Tech head coach while they're getting ready for kickoff. Yeah, that's what he's had to pay for this crime. He'll be in court on Tuesday. They need to find a way to charge these people for murder. Chris Holland was on the phone with his chief of police saying I beat the ever-living fuck out of him. Or the supervisor said, do y'all have body cams on? That's when you hear it click, body cam off. But they were saying all that stuff on body cam, so we know the truth now. Let's get justice for Ronald Greene. Justice. I stand in solidarity with the Greene family. And I stand in solidarity with black humans fighting for their life. When the people who want these things, they just keep killing. That might have been a sign. It's time for us to go.